Before we begin, a gentle warning. This story contains descriptions of emotional abuse, manipulation, and domestic violence. If you're not in a space to hear this right now, please take care of yourself. You can pause. You can come back later. And remember, you are not alone. This is her exit story. Today, I'm sharing Stacey's journey, and it begins not with a boyfriend, not with a husband, but with a little girl. Stacey was 8 years old the first time she learned that love could feel like fear. Her stepfather didn't scream. He didn't slam doors. He didn't leave bruises. But he left scars, invisible, silent, deep. There was one day. Stacey remembers it clearer than yesterday. It was summer. The sun heavy in the sky, the air thick with heat. Her stepfather said they were going to the swimming hole, a place kids in town went to cool off, to laugh, to play. At first, she was excited. A chance to feel weightless in the water. A chance maybe to feel like a kid. But that wasn't what he had in mind. He took her out to the deep water, farther than she'd ever gone before. And then, he let go. He told her. He was leaving her there, that she could drown, that no one would hear her if she screamed. And he smiled, like it was a game. Like watching her struggle was fun. Imagine being 8 years old, your heart pounding so loud you think it might burst, your arms burning as you fight to stay above the surface, the water pulling at you, heavy, cold, endless. Every second stretched out like an hour. Every splash felt like a plea. Please don't let me sink. And finally, somehow, Stacey made it back to the shore, shaking, breathless, terrified. She looked at him, hoping, maybe, he'd say sorry. But he laughed. "You're so dramatic," he said. It was a joke. When she told her mother, hoping for comfort, her mother didn't pull her into a hug. She didn't ask if Stacey was okay. She didn't scold him. She just sighed. "Stop making a big deal out of nothing. Sit down. Eat your dinner." That day, Stacey learned something that would shape her whole life. She learned that love could hurt, that fear could be hidden behind smiles, that speaking up didn't always keep you safe. And so she stayed quiet. Soft reflection woven in. You see, this is how cycles begin. When love is laced with fear in childhood, it feels normal. When silence is survival, we forget how to scream. The years passed. The threats kept coming. Small, cruel moments that no one else seemed to notice. A hand on her shoulder that felt like a warning, not a comfort. A joke that wasn't funny. A look that made her feel small. No bruises, no broken bones, just a broken sense of what love should be. And then came Steve. Steve felt familiar. At first he seemed easy, carefree, fun. But the red flags, they were there. He wouldn't commit. Always had a reason not to marry her. He smoked. Cigarettes. Pot. Despite knowing she hated it. The house always smelled stale, heavy, like him. His friends, the boys, the crew, were always around. Loud. Messy. And when they weren't, Steve was glued to a screen. Video games. Porn. He compared Stacey to the women on those screens. Women no one could ever be. "Why can't you look like that? Why can't you be more fun?" And Stacey, she worked. Long hours, double shifts. She came home to dishes in the sink, trash overflowing, clothes on the floor. Steve? He waited for her to clean it all. And when she didn't, the criticism came. "You're lazy. You're no fun. You're lucky I'm with you." Educational reflection woven in. This is what emotional abuse looks like. It doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. It makes you question yourself. It makes you shrink. The only light in Stacey's world was Tyler, Steve's little brother. Tyler was 15, kind, gentle. Stacey stayed, in part, for him. She didn't want to abandon the only good in that house. But Steve made her feel invisible, unworthy, like nothing she did mattered, until the night it went too far. A fight. words, blame. And then, his hand, her face. The shock froze her. The betrayal cut deeper than the bruise blooming on her skin. The neighbors heard, the police came, and even though Stacey didn't want to press charges, the state did it for her. That was the door. Stacey packed a bag, left behind what she couldn't carry. She moved to a new city, found a job where she was valued, made friends who lifted her up, found a therapist who helped her find herself. Closing reflection woven in. If Stacey's story sounds like yours, hear me. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are not the problem. You deserve peace. You deserve safety. You deserve love that doesn't hurt. Visit our YouTube channel to watch more stories like Stacey's.